morning, my name is Audrey Krol and I'm here today to do a demonstration for a 20-minute painting, or as I call it, just a composition, a study for maybe a next painting. A 20-minute painting is all about just putting paint down on the canvas. It is not about drawing it out. That doesn't count. So here's my canvas. This was a used one that I had. I had some paint on it, so I just kind of smeared it around and put in my lines for my stage, for my block in. And this is the photo that I'm going to be using today. So there's my reference photo. Nice fall scene. I've sketched it on just with the big shapes. I have my paints all laid out. So this is what you do. You get everything ready and then you start to paint. So my paints are all laid out. My colors are all in their place. I have actually pre-mixed some of my darker shades. I have my paper towels all ready to go. My mineral spirits are here to clean my brushes, and I think we're ready. All right, so we start. And a 20-minute study like this is not about getting a perfect painting. It's about getting your big shapes in, getting your values in, having correct values, making sure you've got your temperatures in there, your color temperatures, and see what comes up. So the first thing, of course, I do is put in all my darks. That's where I start. Starting off. This is also a good idea to do as a bit of a color study or just a study in composition to see even if you like this kind of composition. If you don't, then you have nothing to worry about. Just set it aside and you can look at it later. This is just for you to learn how to do painterly paintings, which I certainly don't. I have an issue with putting too much detail in. And so this actually is putting detail in without having any detail. Let's see what we can do. This is me just putting in my masses. So I'm still working on some of my darks. I have this habit, and I think I did it here. I either take them out or I put them in. Now, there's the road there. Too much. And it's just about putting in your big shapes. This is to be, I guess, an abstract kind of landscape. I don't know about you, but when I started off, everything, all the leaves had to be put in. Everything had to be detailed. And now I am really working on getting this. The other thing is, when you do this, don't just do one or two and say, oh, I can't do it, this is too hard. When you do a 20-minute study like this, do 100. Take a look at what you've done and then do 100 more, because that's how you're going to get more painterly, more abstracty, and I will reach my goal eventually. And maybe one day I will turn a painting out in 20 minutes. But right now, they're just studies for me. So I'm putting in the sky. And here's the habit I also have to break. When you're putting in your brush strokes, especially light stuff like this, only do 1, 2. And I got some pink in there, which is just fine. Might be a happy accident. Cut in. With oils, it's very, very easy to get mud. And I have gotten mud before. All right, now we're going back to my autumn. Define your shapes. Sure your brush is good and clean. And where am I going? Here. A little bush down here. Cut in. Should be just a bit darker. Now, try to soften up the edges. I have some hard ones here. Put a few little greens. Might be fall colors, but there's still a little bit of green on the trees. We'll see how this one turns out. Sometimes they turn out and sometimes it's a disaster. But you know what? This is learning. This is how you learn. This is how you learn your brush strokes, what not to do, how to do it, and you'll remember it for next time. This is what these are all about, this study. It's not about a perfect painting. It's about you learning how to use your brush, how to get it effective, and let's cut in here, and color mixing. Bit of a shadow down here from the trees, and there's also a nice little shadow going this way across the road. Right in here. Get a little tiny color in here. Brush up. Get some warms and cools, the shadows on the road. Get those brush marks in. Nice, thick, juicy paint to mark out some of these trees. Even in something like this, you need to worry about perspective. But let's get some of these branches in. See how we do today. The sun's hitting this spot right here. Make it nice and juicy. Good thing this is almost done. I'm running out of yellow paint. Too harsh in there. Let's give this road. I'm just going to soften out some of these greens. They're just a little bit too harsh. Just bring out some. So, I think we're almost there. Put a few little cool shadows down here. Make it. And warm up a little places, reflections from these trees. Just little dots, little sparkles. How's that? Are we good? I think we are pretty much on the done side. $20, done. One more flick. Good. So this is it, all done. I hope you will take the challenge and do a 20-minute demonstration or a study for yourselves to see how it goes. Thank you to the Process Art audience for watching. You can go onto my website at artaudreykrol.ca. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye.